So good evening. Is it Yasmin?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's me.
Okay, yeah. So welcome. So glad you could join us. We're expecting some others to join as we proceed, but since we're at 5:35 here, we'll go ahead and get started. So welcome to our master class on clinical mental health counseling. We go ahead into the next screen. So I'm Dr. Dan Harper. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School, and we have one of our professors, the Program Director of Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Dr. Paul Dunaway. So, Dr. Dunaway, if you could just kind of quickly introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Paul Dunaway. I'm the director of the counseling program. I'm also a licensed professional counselor with mental health service provider designation in Tennessee. I'm one of the core faculty, along with Doctors Russell and Dr. Neal, and then Dr. Colby Taylor is another professor who supports the program.
Right. Okay. So tonight we'll go over just a few things. We will keep it kind of straightforward and then have plenty of time where you can ask questions if you want. So we'll talk, why choose CBU. You'll be hearing from one of our current students, Hannah Milburn. We'll go over our program highlights, give you a chance to ask some questions and then go through, kind of the next steps in the admissions process if you choose to continue with that. So, here at CBU, go ahead. So if, like just looking at the program itself, if you have looked into other counseling programs, one of the things that you may have noticed is that some of the programs, the classes are offered at night. Ours is actually offered in the daytime. And so we are looking for students who are willing to make that big commitment to being a full-time student here at CBU. It does give you some flexibility in the afternoon and evenings, but it is, an intensive daytime program, which allows, and we'll go into more details about this, but would allow you to finish within 2 years. We're very conscientious about the cost of the programs, and so we price it to be competitive. And if you look at many of the programs around the country, we're actually quite affordable. We do have a financial aid office on campus that can step you through those options as well. Our classes, not just in counseling, but across our graduate programs, are small. The professors are working professionals that bring in real world experience. So, in every graduate level class, you're going to have to talk about theory, but then when you have someone who understands how that works in the real world and can help you understand how you're going to use it as a professional, that really makes the impact of the classes much better. We are a small campus. People know each other. It's easy to get connected, to find out what each office does, understand like how excellent career services is, campus ministry, things like that. One of the nice things about counseling is that because it is a daytime program, you do have the option of eating on campus, getting a real sense of what the campus is like. And so we're small, but we are mighty. We are regionally ranked. We're well known for the excellence of our academic programs and especially for our career outcomes. So that's kind of an overall glimpse of CBU. Two examples of this would be recently our Department of Education was ranked as exceeding expectations by the state of Tennessee. And I'll let Dr. Dunaway talk about this mental health breakfast.
Yeah, so one of the things that we really want to promote with our students is that when you graduate this program, you're going to be a peer with us. A master's degree in counseling is a terminal degree. There is no PhD here. You can't necessarily go any higher in counseling. So when you graduate, you're going to be attending events like the Living Well Methodist Living Well Network breakfast that all of our students attended a few weeks ago. We feel it's important for our students to get involved in the mental health community here in Memphis. Not only does it help them create the connections they need for their prac and internship opportunities in their second year, but also job opportunities when they graduate. And that's one of the things that Hannah may talk about today is, in 4 months from now, she will be looking for a job, and having some of those connections can certainly help.
All right. And so another reason that people choose CBU really has to do with our campus diversity. So CBU is a very good reflection of the diversity in Memphis, but it's also quite an international school as well. So currently we have 2 international students in the counseling program. As an institution, our student population is 30%. So as you can see here, students representing 44 different countries. And it's pretty easy as soon as you step on campus to get a feel for that diversity and international feeling that's on campus. So let's go into the next slide. And so we'll pass it over to Hannah. So again, a current student, and so you get to hear straight from her about her experience here at CBU.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I just kind of mainly want to talk about like why I came to CBU as opposed to other programs. I'm from Memphis, but there are several in the Memphis area. It's important to me though to have smaller class sizes. I went to a liberal arts undergrad college, and so having like accessible professors, being able to form those relationships was really important to me, especially with a program like a counseling program, because it is so relational. Being able to talk to your professors about things that you're struggling with, or things that you might not quite understand, or things that you might find difficult, is really helpful. I also found CBU to be one of the more affordable options. And I really liked that it was year round, so it was a shorter program. So from start to finish, they mentioned it's 2 years, which absolutely flies by. But once I got there, I found pretty much exactly what I was looking for. My professors are accessible. Dr. Dunaway hears from me probably too much. With that comes a lot of like hands-on training. Like Dr. Dan mentioned, learning from real therapists is kind of essential, because I know in other professions, or maybe in other schools, I'm not sure, there's that saying where like those who can do and those who can't teach, but that's not necessarily true here, because they do and they teach. So they know like what's going on. They have a feel for how clients will respond to things that are in the textbook, which is really important. Makes it a lot more real, a lot more understandable. It helps what you learn in class to be more translatable to what happens when you actually get out into the field with clients. There's also a lot of hands-on training with the small class sizes. Like we did a lot of counseling each other with Dr. Dunaway in a room around the corner with like a camera feed in watching us, which I don't think bigger programs could do just logistically. And with only having, I think we have 15 people in our first cohort, you get to know everybody in your classes. So it's a lot more comfortable to share things that are personal to you and things that matter to you, which again helps you to be a better counselor and helps you to be more vulnerable with the people around you. I've also found that this program has ample opportunities for what you want to get out of it. So in my cohort of students, I'm really the only one that's super interested in research. And even though this is not like a research heavy program, you do have a couple of classes related to it, but they don't push you into it if it's not something that you're interested in. But if you are, like Dr. Dunaway and I are working outside of class on a conference proposal that actually got accepted today, which is super exciting. We're going to Philadelphia in October. And in one of my other classes, I developed a project that I was really excited about. And my professor was like, yeah, absolutely. This looks great. Like, I'll help you get this published, which was really cool. I found that my professors are kind of like all behind whatever I want to do. I have specific populations that I want to work with. Like, I'm really interested in severe and pervasive mental illness. And so they helped me get hooked up with a site where I'm working literally with the exact population that I want to do. Whatever ideas that I have, it's always like, yes, how can we make that happen? Which has been really, really cool. And has absolutely turned me into the counselor that I'm, I guess, fixing to be, the one that I am now. Um, yeah, I guess that's all that I have to say on the front end, but I'll stick around for whatever questions at the end. I like to think I'm approachable, so just ask me whatever you want to know.
That's great. Yeah, thank you, Hannah. And we actually have a video of Hannah and she has not seen it, ready. So this will be the premiere for you. So let's go ahead and see the video.
Oh, we did actually take it out since we had
Oh,
Hannah.
did we? Oh, shoot.
I
Okay. Well, we will
apologize.
share it. We'll share it with
I'll
everyone.
make sure that it's in the one that gets sent out to all of the participants.
Okay, great. All right. So going back to CBU as an institution, it is one of a handful of graduate programs that we have. So just to kind of give you a sense of across the institution, the programs we have. So we do have an MBA program and certificates within the School of Business. In the School of Arts, we also have education at the master's level, so Masters of Teaching, licensure, and a Master's in Educational Leadership. Obviously, we have our clinical mental health counseling program. And then on the STEM side, we have computer information systems and data science, and then finally engineering management. So just trying to kind of give you a sense, maybe you have a friend who's considering grad school and you want to do it with someone that please feel free to recommend us. But let's go back into counseling. Paul, I'll let you kind of take it from here.
Yeah. So with counseling programs across the U.S., the average time to complete the degree varies. There are some other year-round programs where you can finish in as little as 2 years, but you'll find that most universities and even here locally take about 3.5, and sometimes 4 years, depending on how fast you're going through. We designed the program to be 6 straight semesters to go through. So fall, spring, summer, with of course those breaks in between, but they're only a few weeks. We wanted to get students out into the real world. They've graduated with their bachelor's degree and they want to get out there and work and make money. So that's what we're attempting to do. The tuition is affordable when you do look at cost across the spectrum across the U.S. and different size programs and online and versus in person. The tuition range can be anywhere from $30,000 to $120,000. So I think right now our tuition's at about $38,700 for the full degree. There's no hidden fees in that either. We pay for your comprehensive exams, for your Typhon membership, which is a clinical tracking software that you'll use in your second year of the program. So it is an affordable program, and it's something that we felt was important to not have those hidden fees in and to not nickel and dime students, because a graduate degree is expensive. And we know that that's a big commitment to people. So just applying to the program, there's no cost associated with it, no application fee. So even if you're not quite sure yet that this is what you want to do, go ahead and take that step and fill out the application and, kind of see how you feel as you get through the process. And, we are on a rolling admission. So a lot of programs have already passed their cutoff date. Most of them cut off at the end of March, beginning of April. And even after we finish accepting, we will put students on wait list in case there are any that do not continue to start. Okay, next slide. Talked a little bit about this. So 6 semesters, and I think Hannah alluded to that it has gone fast. I think without the breaks in the program, it does feel quick. Our first cohort is about to graduate. They're going to walk in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then their last semester, they're finishing up their internship in one course that they'll take, one elective course that they'll take. So they are about to finish. I know a lot of them are excited. This program does prepare you for licensure in the state of Tennessee and many other states around us. In Tennessee, the licensure that you'll be pursuing is licensed professional counselor with mental health service provider. I think Mississippi just does licensed professional counselor as well as Arkansas. But we are a 60-hour program, and we cover the 8 core areas for CACREP, which is one of the main accrediting body for counseling programs, and the clinical mental health counseling specialties. So we do cover all of those specialty areas and core areas that are needed that CACREP talks about. You'll find that a lot of state licensure websites will say that you have to graduate from either a CACREP program or a program that meets these core areas, these 8 core areas, and then the specialty area. You are going to get hands-on experience. We are a smaller program. There are 32 students in the program with the 4 professors. So we do have that personalized support in those small class sizes. And from semester 1, you're engaging in experiential learning. So one of the things that we start with in foundations is just putting you across from one of your cohort members and beginning that process of creating relationships and learning what it's like to sit with someone and be a therapist. And that continues every semester. Your second semester in micro skills, your third semester in clinical techniques, you're actually getting to experience what it is to sit with someone for an hour or 50 minutes and know what it is to be in that counseling relationship. So when you go into your 4th semester, your practicum semester, and you're actually out there in the community working with someone, it's not your first time doing it. And that the feedback that we've gotten from a lot of the sites here in Memphis, like Lebanon Alliance, Church Health, they've all stated that our students are head and shoulders above others because they've come out there and they've hit the ground running, ready to take on clients versus other programs where students haven't had that experience. We are rooted in service and social justice. A lot of our sites are working with individuals who are low SES, who may be marginalized, and that's been something that's been important to us as well in creating those relationships. And actually, just this week, we've created a few more memorandums of understanding with sites that are going to help us continue that mission. So I think these are really some highlights of the program. And I think that a lot of our current students would agree with this.
That's great. Thank you, Dr. Dunaway. So we do have just a couple questions here. Give you a chance to answer here. So did you learn more about CBU grad programs tonight? Quick, absolutely. You have a yes or a yes answer there. And then are you ready to find your future you at CBU? And so you can choose that. And then once we've completed that, we'll give you a chance to ask any questions that you might have. So please feel free to come off mute if you have any questions. We've got a team here ready to answer.
And let me add one more thing with the small class sizes and the intimacy of getting to learn the professors, our doors are always open. We are approachable. We do encourage students to come in and talk to us, whether it be about stuff that they're struggling with in classes, stuff that they're struggling with at sites, or celebrating their wins and their experiences. Those are great things to hear from our students as well. But we're approachable, and I think Dan alluded to this a little bit earlier. We are out there in the community. All of us are still practicing therapists. Matter of fact, I'm at my counseling office now, and I've seen 3 clients today. So we are bringing that real world experience into the classroom actively. And all of our faculty members are licensed practicing therapists. And that's something that we thought was important compared to some other programs that they maybe are one institutions and doing research, but their educators are not actually out in the field doing the work. And just with any field, it changes quickly. Just in the last 5 years, from pre-COVID to COVID to post-COVID, the changes in the mental health needs of our community have shifted pretty dramatically. And I think that you have to be plugged in, working with the community to keep up with it. So that's something else that we bring back to the classroom.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm looking into getting, I'm trying to become a mental health case manager. And I know a lot of employers ask for like bachelor's degree. Would you have to still have like a bachelor's degree or associate's degree and then join your program, or would this work experience and would this like count as work experience in education? If
Yeah.
that's not a silly question.
No, so you would need to come in with a bachelor's degree, and it doesn't have to be in human services. We've had people come in with music undergraduates. I know engineering undergraduates have had peers in the community now who came in with engineering degrees, biology degrees. So it's not necessary that you come in with a bachelor's degree in social work or counseling or human services or anything like that, but you do have to come in with a bachelor's degree. And there are a lot of similarities. If you're looking at case management, social work is very similar to counseling, except social work focuses more on the case management aspect of it, whereas counseling gets more into the clinical techniques of working with individuals with mental illness.
Thank you.
And I did some research recently in preparation for this and saw that the Department of Labor is predicting a 22% growth in the counseling profession over the next 6 years. So, it's something that we, just as an institution, try to meet the demands. And so if we know that this is going to be a professional area that will be needed in the Memphis area, we want to be able to support the Memphis community with having degrees that serve Memphis.
Yeah, the mental health field is growing. BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics, really pushes that. We're one of the highest growth opportunities for a profession. I think we range anywhere from that 26 to 28% over the last couple of years. But if you look at the changes in insurance now, with a lot of insurance companies that are providing more compensation for mental health care, you look at the treatment, there's a lot of more opportunities for mental health. So I think we're going to continue to see this field grow.
Okay. So, Erica, you want to take it away?
Hello, everyone. I'm Erica Mitchell. I'm the Director of Graduate Admissions. I'm a two-time CBU alumnus, so I am excited that you all are here today. And my team will assist you with applying and walking you through the admissions process for you to get into the program. As Dr. Dunaway stated earlier, it is free to apply, so there is no fee to submit your application. You can go to the website listed here or the apply link from our website. Any page on the website has the apply link at the top. You will submit a graduate application. You will then be able to upload all the documents. So you'll need 2 recommendations. You'll need a resume, your updated resume. You'll also need a statement of purpose, basically why you want to enter this program and what you intend to do with that career-wise. So it's pretty easy process. Once you submit that application, one of our team members will contact you and we'll walk you through the process. So we're here for you, anything you need. And again, we are excited you're here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Yeah. So thank you so much. Feel free also to follow us on our social media channels. So Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Our graduate school has a very healthy following on LinkedIn. And just as someone considering a master's degree, I highly recommend becoming active on LinkedIn to see what's going on with the profession and forming that network early on in your career. So again, we thank you for joining. Hope you have a good night. And as always, we're here to help you in any way that we can to get you through the process. If you still have questions on the admissions side, we have Erica Mitchell here. Obviously, on the academic side, Dr. Dunaway can answer everything you might anything you might need to know about the profession itself. So thank you so much, and thank you for joining.